Okay, so the last video we're going to cover in this part of the session is actually adding your own images, changing the colors on the page so it fits the theme, changing icons if you need it, linking all your call to actions and everything else. So this is what we're going to do first. We're going to go through how to change this image. Now, if you wanted to, I'm going to minimize this page down. I'm going to minimize this page down slightly. Get that down there. Okay, so we can see, so I can show you the design tools I'm using. Now, when it comes to this image here, you don't want to just slap on a huge image because it's going to slow down your site. So you're going to need to optimize it at some point. Now, I want it to have a startup program. So I'm not going to worry about the text. I'll show you how you can change the text. I'm just going to show you how to change imagery and stuff like that now. Now, one place I go to for my images, and I've covered this a lot, is Pixabay. You can jump on here for this. And I'm going to search startup because that's what I'm selling, a startup program, right? And it gives you loads of images you can use. People on the laptops, hashing some stuff out. In a real nitty gritty planning phase of their business, and some images that really capture everything I want to show. So these are free and you can use them. They're royalty free images. I'm not by any means saying you can use any image here, by the way. There are a lot of legal ties to images, okay? So they come under many different licenses, so I'm not saying you can use any image. What I'm saying is check out the license, but generally these are royalty free images now so that you can use them on your site. So let's grab that as the image. So I'm going to download that, and then I'm going to put this. So if I just drop that into the site, that'd be quite big. It'd be too big just to put into the site at the minute. So I'm going to go over to Canva, and I'm going to create an image that's about the same. What sort of size we go for? Let's go for 1280 by 720. The only reason I use that is because it's what I use over videos, and it tends to be a good size image just to put into sites. You may have to play around with this and it will become apparent in a minute because I may have got that a little bit wrong. It just comes down to testing and seeing what's worked and what hasn't. Now, is this the one? No. Aha, that's the one we want. That's going to come into here. Let's put that up there like so. Now, it's not the best image. I'm not going to say just grab an image that quickly. Just have a little look around and see what you can find. But Pixabay is a really good source and they've got a lot going on there. If not, I'm going to put a link to the notes underneath this video. I've also done another video on how to get royalty-free images and really cool places to get them from. So now we can go into here and I want to change this. I want to change it from what it's at now, okay? So the background at the minute is a video. We're going to change that to a photo. Then I'm going to select my photo, upload files, and choose my design from earlier. Okay, so let's grab that image and let's see what it does with that. So at the minute, you can see it doesn't show a lot of the image. It scrolls past it, which is cool. We like the way it scrolls past, but it doesn't show a ton of the image, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm just doing this for demonstration's sake. If you wanted to change that, you could go large and it would change the image, but it generally, if you go full size, it keeps the quality of the image there. If you notice, if I went to medium, see how it stretches everything out and makes it look all blurry and distorted. If I go large or full size, as what we set it as, it makes the image as it should be, okay? But we can't really read the writing that's on top here, yeah? So let's put a background overlay on it, okay? Let's go up to black. What's that look like? That looks fine. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. And let's save that. So now we've got that image in and it's our own image. Then say, for example, you get down here and you want different icons. So when we click on these, you'll see how you go to image and it says icon. Now you can replace that for a photo, okay, or just take it out altogether, or you can replace it and put in an icon that you like. Let's put the Apple logo. I love Apple. I love the Apple products, so we're going to use their logo. Now I wouldn't recommend on this advertising yourself as Apple by any means. I mean, I'm sure they've got a very good legal team to stop you doing that, but this is just for the purpose of this demonstration. And say, for example, I didn't like the color and I wanted it to be exactly the same color as the blue in here, yeah, or the blue there. So I take my color picker, grab my color, copy that, and I paste it in there. Now that blue, once it livens up, will match this blue here. Now we've got a blue, dark blue, light blue, dark blue again. So I could take, let's save that one. Then I could take that there and I could make that exactly the same colour as the dark blue that we've just done. And then the one in the middle, I could take a completely different blue, so the blue in the middle, so it matches the one in the middle but completely different from the one on the outside. Chuck that in there, and now that matches the theme of that there. We can see that, right? Also, when you come in here, guys, you're going to have photos. Now this can be pretty much, you don't want a too large a photo in here. You don't want a photo the same size as this, okay? So whenever I'm using photos in places like this, i.e. if I go to my code and I go to the home page, these are 800 by 400. These are my blog size images. Here you've got smaller images again. If I actually go to the blog, you'll see that they, even though they're 800 by 400, they bring them down, but they sit nicely here, okay? So whatever size photo you want to use in here, make sure it's not huge or out of proportion to that. For example, if you have one that's longer and it is wider, that will sit out of proportion to the rest of them. So make sure everything's matched and it looks nice in here. But changing that image is exactly the same as what we've done up top. You just go to your image, photo, select photo, and then you put whatever one you want in there. If you want to change that to an icon, you can, okay, and you do the same again as we've done up top. Then same again here, these are just photos. The background on this you can change it to whatever you want. If you want it to be similar to a color that's up top, or you want to change it to the same sort of color that's here, then that's very easy. All you do is grab that blue again, because we just lost that a minute ago. Then you go to color, paste your color in there, and you save. Then as we go down, it's exactly the same color as what's up here in the Accelerator Startup logo. So that's how you change the colors and the images. Now, say for example you want to add a video. You add your content. So where's my video? I think I just saw it there. Yeah, perfect. Say you want a video right at the top here, front and center. You can get it from your media library, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. I'd always recommend embedding it, okay, from YouTube. And if I go over to my YouTube channel, granted I haven't got tons of content that's readily available, or even if I just grab one of these, I mean, let's grab that. Oh, pause that. Now, whenever you embed videos, if you finish a YouTube video, you will see let's let this go, because I just want to show you what I'm talking about here. Okay.
Fighting. He neglects other disciplines and it's hampered them playing.
Okay.
I feel the left uppercut will be a night.
It comes to here, related videos. You don't want this on your site. You don't want to give people an excuse to leave your site and go anywhere else to another link. So if this crops up on your website and they see this video, it will bring them back to YouTube. So you don't want that. So what you do is when you go to share, okay, let's just show you what I've just done here. Come down to the video, come to share, embed, and then you press show more. Once you've pressed show more, See that show suggested videos when the video finishes. If that's on, it will show all these at the top. If this is off, then it will not show this. It will just take it back to the start. You can take off the controls. You can take off the title and player actions. I always put the controls back on so people can just control where it's at. But this takes off all the titles and everything. Then you just copy this code, come over to your website, embed the code and save. And now it will put that video in your site. Okay, so that's a way of really putting in some nice images, making everything stand out by putting the overlay on the photos, adding your videos, changing the colours so it matches the theme throughout. Also, make sure these are at equal size and they're not large images like this. And when you come down to even things like this makes a huge difference. And even this stuff makes a huge difference. Changing this text to the same colour as that will make a massive difference to how this site looks and feels. And we're going to go into that in the next video.